Okay guys, all right, let's go ahead and begin our reading centers for today. I want everyone to take a look at the literacy workboard we have for Tuesday and go ahead and find your name in your color group, okay? So let's go ahead and look at Red's group. Today, as always, you guys will be finishing doing your 2 centers, okay? So Red group today, you're gonna come to me first for guided reading. And at my table, we're going to be doing a leveled reader, and it's kind of going to go along with our I Like Where I Am story. We're going to be talking about theme and plot and doing a fun activity with it, okay? And then once you are done with this center, after we transition, you're going to be going to the computer center. And sometimes we do Success Maker, and sometimes we do Type to Learn, okay? And today we're going to be doing Type to Learn to practice your typing skills, and that way, because as you guys get older, you're going into 3rd grade and 4th grade and 5th grade, you know, you'll have those skills ready and you'll be able to type quicker and you'll be able to do reading skills and writing skills on the computer and you'll be able to do it at a quicker rate. So it's always nice to practice, okay, as we go along. Let's look at Yellow group. Yellow group today, you're going to be going to your word work center first, okay, and that's going to be over here. And here, this is where you're going to be doing your spelling words, okay? You're going to be working off your February spelling choice menu and choosing an activity to do. And if you get done, can you do another one? Yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. So there's paper here for you as well as your spelling list, and you guys can practice those activities. When you're done with word work and we transition to our next center, you're also going to be coming to me and we're going to be doing a different leveled reader, and we're going to be doing some activities. All of them go along with our skill this week as well as our story I Like Where I Am, okay? Let's look at Black group. Black group, you're going to begin with Miss Richards at the carpet, okay? And you guys are going to be doing a sheet that looks a little bit like this. And on the front, it's got a little wheel that says good and bad things about moving. And because who remembers the story? Did the boy like that he was going to move? No, he was kind of sad about it, but sometimes there can be really good things about moving. And a lot of you guys can relate that. You know, a lot of you guys have moved before, so you're going to brainstorm a couple feelings about this. And then on the back, you guys are going to be working on some beginning, middle, and ending summarizing, okay, to help us remember the plot of the story. All right, so you'll be doing that with Miss Richards, and you'll need your book for that, okay? When you transition into your second center, you're going to be going to your listening center down here, and you guys will listen to the story with your books. Remember, our headphones aren't working very well, so we're going to listen to it really quietly, and then you're going to be filling out your title of your book, and the words from the book that you can read yourself, and your favorite part of the story, okay? And you'll be doing that after you listen to the story. Should we do that while we're listening? No, we got to wait till afterwards. That way you guys can really, really focus on the story, okay? Then, our last group for White group, you guys are going to be going to the Promethean Center first, okay? And this is what you will see on our flip chart. And this is called I Like Where I Am Vocabulary, Drag, and Match. And these are all the vocabulary words that we've been working on in the story, okay? So each of you are going to take turns. There's 7 sentences. And you're going to choose the word that you feel fits best inside the sentence, okay? Once you've done number 1, you'll hand the pen to your partner. And the next one will do number 2 and so on, okay? When you guys have done all of the sentences and you've talked to each other and you think, yeah, these look good, these make sense, and you've reread them, then you're going to go to the middle table and you're going to be filling out your word sheet, okay? This is where you'll pick one of these words and you'll write your word. Tell me whether it's a noun, a verb, an adjective. Have you heard this before? You can do the definition. You'll use it in your own sentence. You can draw a picture to help you understand the word. You can tell me some synonyms for it. And then in this really cool part at the bottom, you get to rate yourself. And you can say, I can say this word and tell exactly what it means. I can say the word and tell mostly what it means. I'm not sure I can say this word. I really don't understand this word at all. This kind of helps yourself, and you can learn it a little bit better. And maybe you can read a little bit more about it. So that's after your Promethean Center, you'll be choosing that sheet to do. And once you're done with the Promethean board and we transition to our second center, you guys will also travel back to Miss Richards to the carpet where you guys will do that same skill sheet, okay? Does anybody have any questions about what they're doing for centers today? No? Okay. Well, let's review some rules real quick about centers. What do we do if we have a question? Who can raise their hand and tell me, what do we do if we have a question? Catherine?
We raise the question stick.
You raise the question stick. At any individual center, like word work or listening or Promethean, if you have a question, just stand up quietly and raise your question stick, okay? What if you do if you have an emergency and you have to use the restroom? What do? Nicole?
You raise up the bathroom stick.
You raise up the bathroom stick. And these two sticks tell myself or Miss Richards that you need something from us or that you really have to use the restroom, okay? And that way, we're not shouting out and you don't disrupt any of the other groups who are working really, really hard, okay? Who can remind me what we do when we switch? What do you hear when you know it's time to switch to center? Isaac, what do you hear?
Bell.
The bell. But there's a specific bell, isn't there? What happens when you hear the bell ring once? Who can tell me? Caleb?
You put your things in our mailbox and sit down.
Yes. If you have the sheet you've been working on, you go put it in your mailbox and you sit down. What if you're at my center or Miss Richards' center? What do? Landon?
Stay there.
You stay seated. What happens when you hear this bell? And you hear it ring 2 times. Ariel?
You stand up.
You stand up. So that's when everybody stands up without talking, and that shows myself or Miss Richards that you're ready to move to your next center. What happens when you hear the bell ring 3 times? Like this. Caleb?
You switch centers.
You switch centers. Should we hear any talking when we switch centers? No, that way we can switch quickly and quietly, and we can get started on our next one, okay? So does anyone have any more questions before we begin? No more questions? Okay. Tell you what, let's see. If you are in, you know what we almost forgot to do as center captains. All right, everyone look at your group and find the name that has an orange circle by it. If you have an orange circle by your name, raise your hand. All right, those are my center captains for today. Why are center captains so important? Who can tell me their job? Why are they so important? Melissa.
Because they clean their room.
Yes, center captains are in charge of cleaning their space. So that way there's not a lot of papers for the next group. What else are they kind of in charge of? What else are they in charge of?
To make sure everybody's quiet.
Yes, to make sure they're quiet. If you guys hear yourself being taught, say, guys, I'm the center captain. Look at my red visor, look at my yellow visor, and no. So all my center captains, can you guys go ahead and get your visor at this time? If you are a center captain, so that's Dania and Christian, Eric and Wendy. Go ahead and get your brain bug visor. So now they're all ready. This is to make sure that you listen to your center captain at your center. Okay, yes, Christian? Yes, you may go very quickly. All right, so if you are in the red group, you guys can go ahead and push in your chairs and come back to my center. We're in the red group. If you're in the yellow group, go ahead and push in your chairs and go stand at the word work center, please. If you're in yellow group. I said, the timer for today, buddy. That's not one of your spelling options, okay? If you are in black group, which is Miss Richards' group, go ahead and go to your seat.
Let's see.
And if you're in white group, go ahead and come to the Promethean board. If you're in white group, and you can Wendy, Jacob, Jessica, David, Evan, and Edward. Go ahead and have a seat. And we'll get you guys started here before I go back to my board. Here are your sticks. What do we do if it doesn't click right? What can you do? What's your second choice, Jessica? Yeah, you can always change it to pen, and you can write in the words. So if it ends up kind of not working really well, that's okay. You have a second choice, okay? There's 7 sentences and 7 of you. Okay, so everybody will get a sentence, and who can remind me what you do when you're done? You can tell me what you do when you're done. You're absolutely right. Okay, Wendy, go ahead.
Make a snowflake.
All right, and then I want you to start with Avery next. Okay, Wendy, can you read that sentence out loud when you're done?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, we are going to be reading an awesome book today. Who can read me the title of our book? What's the title of our book, Catherine?
Simone's Travels.
Simone. That's a tricky name. Simone's Travels. Who can remember, in our book, Our Life Where I Am, our story for this week, what was the boy going through? What was was he going through? Yeah. He was sad that he had to move and he was going to miss his old place, right? So who do you think, who can make a prediction about this story, about Simone? What do you think might happen to Simone? Daniel? He may move, right? Catherine, what do you think? Okay, why don't you guys go ahead and do a picture walk while I answer Caleb's question. Yes, Caleb? Yes, you may make a snowflake once you read your spelling words. Who can make a prediction after they do their picture walk? What do you think happens to Simone? Because sometimes illustrations and pictures can really help us when we read. What do you think? She likes her farm. Okay, so Melissa made a prediction about the setting. And tell you what, we're going to go ahead and we're going to begin reading the story. You guys get to take turns. Who sees, we've got a little activity here, and we've got Grandma's Farm and Sea Haven. It's interesting, it sounds like two different places, okay? So as we read, we're going to kind of compare and contrast the different parts of Simone's life, whether it was Grandma's Farm or Sea Haven, okay? Who would like a monster finger to track their words? Because monster fingers make everything more fun. What? She is good at drawing. That's another great prediction. All right, my center captain will get to start first. Okay, so Daniel, why don't you go ahead and start? Yes, well, let's start with our vocabulary words because remember, these books have a little bit different vocabulary words. What's that first word say? You can read that to me. Landon? What does adjust mean? Has anyone heard that word? Very close. Gargoyle. Who's heard of a gargoyle? Where do you hear about gargoyles? Where do you think? In Goosebump books? Yeah, there you go. Very good. They're like these little monuments that kind of sit there and they're looking mean, you know. So I wonder what's going to have to do with gargoyles. Yeah, they try to scare people off. Absolutely. Then we have the word landmark. What's a landmark? What's the that word, Chloe? Oh, I like that. When pirates go to their treasure, they have to go to a certain place, and that's their landmark. That's where they're going to go. Okay? Yeah, sometimes they do have marks and spots. What's our fourth word? Can you hear my fourth word, Landon? Memories. What does memories mean? Oh, memories makes me feel good. What do memories mean? Something that you remember. Can you have good memories? Can you have bad memories? Yeah, memories are all sorts of different kinds, okay? I wonder what memory Simone's going to have. And let's look at this last word. You can tell me this last word. They'll say, do you know that word? Unexpected. What does that mean? Unexpected. Catherine.
It means like you never know. You don't know what's going to happen.
You don't know.
You're
Right.
unexpected. Something unexpected.
Right, you don't know what's going to happen. I wonder if Simone's maybe a little bit nervous. She's got to adjust to something that might be a little bit unexpected. Yes, Simone?
And on New Year's Eve, it said X never marks the spot.
Oh, okay. All right, well, tell you what, let's go ahead and begin our story. All right, and I want you guys listening out for things that Simone really loves about her grandma's farm, okay? And you guys will have an opportunity to write on our little orange cards. All right, Dania, nice and loud. Can you begin reading?
The winter holidays were not trickled out the way Simone had Simone was stuck at home. She had been stuck in the way since well, and the rain was Lindy, Simone's best friend,
Good job.
had gone away to Florida to visit her Matt, her classmates who lived across the street had gone to
Arizona.
to visit
Oh no, so what's our setting of the story? What did we already find out on this first page? It's a house. What's the season? Winter, and a lot of us can relate to this because we've been stuck inside lately with the snow and the ice, and we've been wanting to go play or go visit all these places, just like Simone, right? Okay, let's turn the page. Who would like to read next? Chloe, go ahead. You will all get a chance to read.
out of the
Oh, man. Ah, okay, so she's trying to find all these different things to do. She's played her clarinet. She's done all these different things. Let's keep reading. She's saying, where could we go? I want to go somewhere. Melissa, go ahead.
Okay, so let's get our
Slumped into a chair, yeah.
review our story. So in the beginning, who can tell me? I'm going to make some notes. Want to make some pictures?
Oh, okay, so she's like, can we go to the zoo? Why can't they go to the zoo? It's raining. They can't do that right now. She wants to visit. Who wants to be the next reader? Dulce, go ahead. Wisconsin, good job. Okay, so I'm going to stop you guys right there. Remember when we were comparing and contrasting? Okay, so we're just about to get into Grandma's farm. So as we read, I want you guys to really pull out some facts of why Simone loves her Grandma's farm so much, okay? Because remember, she has the opportunity to draw pictures, and her mind went right there, okay? Who can remember a vocabulary word that we just learned about when she's remembering her favorite places? What vocabulary word? Memories. Good job. Awesome job. Okay, so continue reading, Dulce, and see if you guys can pick out a fact of what she really loves about the farm, okay? Go ahead. Oh, good. Fields. Uh-huh.
All right, you guys ready for the drill?
I'm ready.
Carlson's. Uh-huh. So what's one of her first memories of her farm? What'd she just say? Look at this picture. Sometimes illustrations give us clues. What was her first memory, Melissa? Oh, all the landmarks. Who has ever been driving with their parents, and as they're driving, they go, oh, I know we're getting close, because you see something that looks familiar to her. So this is her very first memory. She loves driving up to see the cows in the red water tower, and that lets her know that she's getting really close to Grandma's farm. Lisa, do you want to be our first person to write our fact? Okay. I'll give you a pencil.
Now,
And you can write me maybe something about the scenery, okay? And we can add it to our chart here about seeing the red water tower and the cows on the cows. Good job, Dulce. Go ahead and turn the page. Catherine, you want to read next? You want to read next? Okay, turn the page. You guys are doing a great job tracking with your monster fingers. Awesome job.
Simone Jones a fresh air blowing on her face. Simone made up names for all of them. She had a name, a rooster named Mr. Dean because he looked just like Mr. Dean. Her music.
Oh, goodness.
She had names. She had nicknames. Whoa!
what did they say?
Toes. Because his feet were covered in fluffy hair.
Oh, those are fun. I'm going to stop you right there, Catherine. Yes, here we go. Okay, so what was one of her first memories about the farm? What was one of another memories about the farm that Catherine just read about? And it was kind of funny. What did she name the chicken? Landon?
Mr. Dean.
Why did she name him Mr. Dean? Mr. Dean? Dania? Her music teacher. I heard she thought her music teacher looked like a chicken. That's so funny, but that's a good memory. Isn't that funny that she knew that she named some of the animals after her teacher? And then why did she name the horse Tuffy Toes? You remember? What was it?
Because his toes were so fluffy.
His toes were fluffy. Isn't that funny? Okay. Would anyone like to write about the pet fact? Do you want to go ahead? Okay. You want to do that? They'll say go ahead and write while Catherine finishes reading that paragraph, okay?
To get up very early every day to feed the chicken.
Oh. Do you think that was that something maybe she not have been looking forward to? Would you guys want to get up early and feed the chickens? No?
A little bit sometimes.
Maybe sometimes it would be fun for a little bit, but yeah.
Can the chickens
Oh, you have chickens too? Oh, there you go. You can relate to Simone, can't you? Good job. Okay. She had to get up. Okay, so let's turn the page. And let's see kind of what starts to happen. It looks like she's kind of thinking back to maybe her own hometown of Seahaven. Yeah. Catherine, can you share with Landon for a minute? I'm going to read this little paragraph, okay? And it says, Simone knew that if she lived on the farm, she would always be busy. Even though living in Wisconsin seemed like it would be fun, Simone knew that it would take a while to adjust to life on the farm. She would miss life in her town if she left it. So what's starting to happen to Simone? She's getting sad. She made it maybe cool to live on the farm, but she may miss her own house. Simone loved her town, especially in the summer and fall. So I think we only have time for one fact about Seahaven, okay? You guys almost done with this one? Yes. Oh, it doesn't not work? It's okay, we have another one. There you go. Sure, you would like to do a Seahaven fact? All right, has anyone not read yet? Well, Chloe, have you read yet? Oh, you have? Okay. Everyone read so far? Okay, Center Captain, go ahead and read this first fact about Simone's town, and then we're going to switch centers, okay?
His hometown,
Apple groves. Who's ever been to an apple orchard? Caleb, what's your question?
Can I get the timer?
The timer. Actually, that's a great question, but we're about to switch centers, okay? So finish up the activity that you're on, and maybe you can do it at a different time. You can write maybe that you love visiting the apple groves. Okay, go ahead. Let's put that in our grandma's farm in our little spot there. Okay? Catherine, you want to hand me your page?
What was he doing?
I know, you did a great job. Yes, Nathan. You've all done great timing, okay? So we're about to switch.
Why did I turn the
I want you to finish your last center, okay? You guys did an awesome job. Maybe we can have a chance to read the rest of this book in a different way, okay? You guys did a really wonderful job. As Landon's finishing up, who can tell me what happened at the beginning of the story? What happened at the beginning of the story? Remember what happened? What was going on? She was sad. She gave us friend with some pictures, brought us some pictures, and it made her think of memories of her grandma's farm and kind of how it would be different to see. Okay. Okay, that first bell means if you are working on a sheet or a spelling activity to quietly put your snowflake or anything you're working on in your mailbox and come back and have a seat. You guys are doing an awesome job. Christian, go put that in your mailbox, please. Thank you for working together to clean up your center. Christian, you're the center captain for work. Make sure all the papers are together. Okay, I know Octavia's finishing up. Great job. We need your two LP stamps. Awesome. Thank you, Captain. Everyone locate the next center that you're going to go to and move at this time, okay? Awesome job. Hello, friends. I want to hear Eric, my listening center, you're our captain, so you press play when everybody is there and ready, okay?
We start using out our charts. 100. So her scale, and then it's outside. Just a picture walk to go through the story.
Today, okay? We're gonna show for sure.
You're not supposed to press the button. I'm already there. Halfway to do
Through it so that we can do our graphic organizer board, okay?
Friends? I know she's taking the trash out. Oh, the cat. Yeah, I want to go ahead and make a prediction. Look through the book into a picture of it and see if you can figure out who is sad about moving. Caleb thinks he knows. Who do you think is sad about moving? Liliana, you can go ahead and shut the door and join us. Okay? As we kind of read, we're going to sit here and take these facts from the story and kind of organize them to help us remember what was in the beginning, what was in the middle, and what was in the end. Grab that chair right here. Come join us, okay? Christian, can you share with her? All right, Christian's my center happy. He's going to be the first to read, okay? It's like a monster finger to track. Okay? Caleb, Dulce, Yaneli, Ryan, Liliana, would you like a monster finger to help track? Okay, you're going to share with Christian. All right, Christian, nice and loud. Can you read this first one for me?
Hi, son. Can we come in?
Okay, so we kind of talked about this. The cat's the one that's feeling sad. Who here has ever moved before? I'm sure if you've ever moved before.
I moved last year.
Yes, you moved last year. Liliana's moved several times. And you know, you've moved a couple times before too. Yeah, and you can understand that they felt, they kind of feel sad. They feel a little bit sad. You don't really know what to expect. Let's go ahead and turn the page. Isaac, would you like to read next? Okay, go for it. Right there, it just told us. The Smith's family's cat is the one that's telling the story. Okay, keep going, Isaac. Good job, Isaac. Oh, okay, so who's the other animal in the story? We've got the cat, and then we've got who else? The dog. What's the dog's name? Dim. Is he worried about Dim being sad about moving? No, because he says dogs can do anything at any time. He says cats don't like changes as much. So let's kind of read to see what happens next. Who would like to read next? You know, go for it.
This isn't far. I wished cats could get tears in their eyes. Then I could show them how upset I was. But I just sat looking sad.
Oh, okay. Here, so what kind of gave us a clue that he wasn't really too happy about this? What did he say he wished cats had? Tears, because he wanted the family to see, I'm not okay with this, I'm sad. But look like does the family look pretty happy? Yeah. Pictures really help us understand a story. We can always use them in case we're figured out. I know, the dog's chasing his tail, isn't that funny? Go ahead and turn the page. Dulce, would you like to read? Liliana? Tell you what, let me grab this one so it'll read. Thank you. Go for it. Delighted. That's a big word. Oh my goodness. So here come the movers. They've got boxes. And if the cat's not used used to that? Do you think that could be scary? Yes, they're coming in with all their boxes and he's hiding over there scared. Look at the look on his face. Does he look pretty scared to you? Yeah, absolutely. Who would like to read next? Well, Leanna, go for it. And listen. Good.
Strong movers look like jumpers from circus.
Oh man. Oh my goodness. Who remembers the movers in their house? Do you guys remember? Liliana, did you guys have friends help you move? Yeah, and they had all the big boxes and everything, and they're falling everywhere. It's probably yeah, absolutely. Look at him. He's high on the highest shelf. He doesn't look happy at all, does he? All right, let's turn the page. Yes, Isaac.
I don't know. They broke.
Yeah.
And I asked them, and I think I asked them.
Please log off.
You may walk.
Can I see your book, Isaac, please? You guys did an awesome job. Guys. Great job listening center, putting your things away. Miss Richards, great job. I see Ariel setting a great example. She's ready to switch. Ryan's ready to switch. Yes, ma'am. Jackie Robinson, great job. Yes, you might have to put your chair back. Awesome job. I see a lot of great listeners that are going to earn some Woodstock bucks. Damien, Chloe. When you hear this third bell, it is time to pack up. So what you're going to do is you're going to go back to your seat, and I'm going to call a quiet table to come get their things. Okay? Awesome job. Thank you, sir. Wow, Ariel's still setting a great example. Let me pick out some Woodstock bucks and I'll tell you your turn. You're welcome. Such great letters. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Doesn't that look like plastic?
Let's see here. At their seats. Caleb, read this. Let me see. Please make sure. Who is my Spots Corner job? Who is Spots Corner? Oh, Edwin's checking out. Edwin, can you pick another friend, please? Here it is. Yes. Let's check out with you, okay? And I will see. Okay. All right. You ready? Not going to play that call. Starting all your yes. Great job. Have Miss Johnston fill in these two, okay? You're all set to go, buddy. Thank you.